For most people, there's this big disconnect because consciously we might think we're thinking positive or being very optimistic about things, yet unconsciously we're actually very pessimistic or very doubtful. Now, a lot of people will say that they might say that they're being pessimistic is being logical about certain situations. And yet, this isn't always the case. What happens when we're pessimistic about something is we're training our brain to limit the opportunities that we see or feel. It also creates a negative link, a negative emotional response in our brain, and it's typically a trauma response. Do you consider yourself a positive person? Do you look at the glass as half full, not half empty? And do you have the belief that life happens for you and not to you? This is probably the main part of what people would assume positive thinking is, are these specific aspects. And as we've discussed over the past 7 weeks, positive thinking actually combines a whole host of different things, including intuition, growth mindset, being solutions focused, and so much more. In today's episode, today is week 7 of my mini-series, What is a Positive Mindset? And we're talking all about the power of positive thinking and looking at things as like the cup as half full, and how gratitude helps in this, as well as the energetic connection to bringing more of these things into your life. Before I get into that, let me introduce myself. My name's Coach Carissa. I'm a fear coach specializing in mental and emotional health on the brain. I help spiritual men and women overcome their self-doubt and past childhood pain that's causing them self-sabotage now, so that they can go after the life that they want with a sense of purpose and clarity, because now they know who their authentic self is and why they're here and how they can use their specific gifts to help others. So how does that combine into mental and emotional health? Well, so if you take a look at children who, they're just an abundance of joy and energy, they trust things are going to happen. They have high hopes. Being pessimistic is a trauma response from having your hopes and dreams broken as a child, or being shown that things don't always work out the way that you want them to. And this happens enough times, you start to take away a belief system. So being pessimistic is actually a trauma response or a safety response, so that you don't have to go through those feelings of disappointment again when you're let down by having a hope or an expectation. Now, the negative side of this is that every time we're being pessimistic, we are re-strengthening those belief patterns. We're limiting our focus of what we believe is possible in the world, and we're just re-encouraging those negative thought loops and negative emotions in our subconscious mind. So we're not actually looking at things as half full. We have this very limited and guarded outlook on life and how life can work for us. So a positive mindset is the opposite of that. It's where we take this perspective that the glass is half full. There's always something good coming out of every scenario, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. It's a belief system that all the struggles that I've been through in the past have led me to where I am now and have taught me the specific things I need now so that I can help others. The belief that life happens for me, not to me, is specifically all about this. It's that the things that we have experienced, no matter how bad they may have seemed in the past, and who knows if this is true or not, It's more of the mindset perspective shift and choosing a mindset that's actually going to help you be your best self. So we could look at the two mindsets of pessimism and optimism, and both could essentially be true. I always like to look at which mindset is going to help me feel better and be my best self and essentially help me more in my life. Well, we already know where the pessimistic mindset goes. That just keeps rewiring negativity, which we talked about. Really hard to be in touch with your intuition. You block luck, all those sorts of things from having this negative outlook. And every time you're pessimistic about something, you're more likely to just re-experiencing those old negative emotions. Versus when we have a positive mindset, each time something happens, instead of telling ourselves, oh, why does this have to happen to me? I've got such bad luck. Why did that happen? Why did this happen in my childhood to me? And instead of looking at it with this area of regret and switching our focus to this mindset that things are happening for us, that are going to help us in the future, and these struggles were something that we had to go through in order to learn certain things so that we could help other people in certain areas. This has been massively helpful for guiding me in my life to being a person I am today. I've gone through, different things, weight issues. I've gone through struggles with my mental and emotional health, depression, anxiety, panic attacks. I've gone through extreme issues with insecurity, judgment, poor relationships with my family members, struggling with romantic relationships, all these things. As much as at the time I just wished that I could have been, gifted or blessed with the mindset to have it optimal in these areas, if I had not done that, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you like I am. I wouldn't be sharing everything that I've learned over the past 20 years of actually going through this stuff, mastering my mindset and changing my internal world so that I can be the person on the outside that I truly am deep down on the inside. I want that for absolutely every single one of you. And a big part of this power of positivity is thinking this way. Life happens for me, not to me. Now, a big practice in that, we can practice little shifts every day, every time something happens, looking at the bright side, looking at the positive aspects of this. Somebody loses their job, well, that just means there's another opportunity out there that's better. Somebody gets broken up with by a girlfriend or a boyfriend, well, maybe it wasn't meant to be, or maybe they really learned something about themselves that they can now take away into a new relationship in the future. We can use this in any area of our lives, and it allows us to tap into our gratitude. Gratitude is such a powerful emotion, and our emotions emit an energy. Our thoughts emit an energy as well, and this energy has the power to attract certain things that exist in that energetic space. So if you're grateful, if you are thinking positive, if you are looking at things in a sense of wonder and trust and surrender, as we've talked about in all these videos, now you're changing your energetic frequency because your emotions are elevating at that level, and you are attracting the things that exist on that plane or in that field. And more, you're removing or letting go of the things that exist on a lower energetic frequency. These might be negative people, dramatic people, all the things that cause us damage or harm are now falling away, and we're more likely to attract more success, more happiness, more people that are going to be our tribe, or the right answers that we need. A positive mindset is a way of life. It's a practice, and I start my morning every day with a gratitude practice, just saying 3 things that I'm grateful for. This allows me to focus on the good, positive things in my life, and it helps to start changing my emotional state as well, so that I'm aligning and showing the universe or God or whomever exactly what it is that I want, so I can get more of it. This is where abundance comes in, the abundance mindset. I won't get into that with positive thinking. However, it's all tied together, and it goes right back to gratitude and this perspective of life happens for me, not to me. Say it to yourself over and over again. The more you say this in your everyday life, the more it's going to become a habit and a mindset for you until you are that. You are emanating that. It's all about practice. And you could practice these things in your life at any time. If you're struggling with any of this, please give me a call, give me a shout. I walk people through this. I take you on a step-by-step basis of believing this, trusting this, removing your old childhood trauma so that you're maybe feeling a little more open to these certain things or feeling safe and secure in life as it is now, so you can let go of that past pain of being let down and actually have hope for the future and for the life that you want, and have trust and faith that you can get these things. You are deserving of these things. You are 100% worthy of living the life you want and having the joy in your life that you want as well. So if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can make more of these, share it. Thank you so much for watching and following today's episode. And remember, mindset matters.